You got to pick up what you're gonna plant, man. You went from mixing seed on the concrete, with a shovel, to this.
Yes.
The hell am I today? Sanpete County, Utah, the home of Great Basin Seed. This is where the dream starts. Cool thing about Great Basin Seed, family oriented, and they've been doing this shit for years. Literally generations. Not only does Great Basin do premium pasture, seed, lawn and turf. How many different varieties do you sell, Mary?
350 plus varieties.
Too many for me to keep track of. Remember I said generations? What generation number are you?
I'm second.
Jason?
Yep.
Tell us what's in your hand.
So this is an original maple leaf seed hat from the late 1970s that my dad designed. And you can see, kids today would love this because it actually has a turned up brim. You know, so you, I was going through some old photographs of my dad and I found this picture of him from the early 1980s with that old hat on. And then we said, Dad, we got to get a picture of you from today. So he grabbed the hat and he put it on. And so this is in the final page of our 50th anniversary catalog.
So the brothers behind the business. Tell us the story.
Zeke and I are business partners. We bought the business from Dad in 2014. He started the business in 1972. And so we're here at the site of the old business, next to one of our most cherished relics, which is the old seed mixer that we installed in like 1978. Yep. And we bought it from an old molasses plant. It was an old molasses mixer. And so Zeke and I spent every summer and every Christmas break and every available Saturday mixing seed on this dock our entire childhood. And we still use it. In fact, Cade's Great Green Pasture Mix was blended in that mixer right there. But we've outgrown this place. We've grown to the point where this old thing just doesn't keep up. So here in a few minutes, we're gonna go down to the new facility and show you all our new seed cleaning facility, our new mixer that's all state of the art and automated. You know, we've still got a soft spot in our heart for this old girl. And I don't know what we're gonna do when we move, but it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
We're gonna turn it into scrap metal.
We built it because we were so packed in tight at that old place that there's literally like a 1-lane trail between the totes stacked up against the fences.
Wow.
And containers of seed like sky high, and we just outgrew it. And we thought, you know what, if we're gonna make this grain business work and increase our base in the agriculture market, we gotta expand.
Absolutely.
And so we built this monstrosity. We have the ability to move. We store about 14 million pounds of grain at any one time. We've got 15 different tanks, so we can store different varieties in each one, different species, and then they all flow into the building where we've got a big cleaning system in there that turns it all into seed and put back in the ground and plant. Let's go over here, Kate. You can kind of see a little bit better how this whole thing works. You see them there?
Yeah.
That's where all the grain comes in from the tower outside. So it comes into the big bin up there, and that's just basically like a giant surge hopper that controls the flow into the machine up there. And we've got a scalp, an air density scalp, sift, air density, all in one machine.
Wow.
Came from Denmark. And then we go down to a length separator, and then into a color sorter, which gives us the ability to we can actually select colors.
Really?
And tell the machine, we don't want this color. Like,
wow.
We don't want a wild oat in there, so that's dark, kick it out. Wow. And then the seed comes into these quadrants here, and we can store different kinds of grain individually and then run them into the mixer and create a mix. And so then we tote it out and we bag it. We can do a truckload an hour.
Wow.
About 44,000 pounds an hour. The most truckloads in a day we've ever done is 9.
Wow.
But our guys went home dog tired.
Oh, I can imagine.
Tongues hanging out. I mean, they were just beat to death.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, morale suffers, quality suffers when you do that. So we like to keep it right at about 3 to 4.
Right on.
And that's where we feel like we're getting the seed the way we want it. guys are happy.
Yeah.
Loads coming in, loads going out.
You went from mixing seed on the concrete
Yeah.
with a shovel
Yes.
to this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and when he says 9 truckloads in one day, that was cleaned, mixed, bagged, tagged, palletized, shrink wrapped, loaded on semi, gone.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
start to finish. Like it wasn't just stuck in the warehouse. It was gone.
And so yeah, that's a huge jump from the way that Zeke and I used to do it as kids, where there were many times when, you know, somebody'd call up and say, I need a 4-acre mix.
Yeah.
And we'd literally sweep the floor, dump the seed out, mix it with a shovel, scoop it into a bag.
So where is the most, so you guys offer your seed all over the country.
Yep.
But what is the most unsuspecting place that you've sent seed?
Puerto Rico.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they plant in Puerto Rico?
I don't remember what it was. Do you?
I thought we've sent flowers there or something
Yeah.
before, but I don't.
We don't send seed outside the contiguous United States very often because there's border regulations and things, and you're moving into very different climate zones. So, but we send seed to Alaska quite a bit,
Orchard grass.
and we send seed to Hawaii.
Doesn't matter where you're at, as long as you're in the contiguous United States, done deal.
You give us a call. We're your people.
That's right.
4 times that much more is going to Alabama next week.
Wow.
Yep. That's what the guys are working on this morning before this big table right here. We can load a tote over it and dump it in, or we can have literally like 6 guys busting bags, dumping them in here. And it takes it up in the elevator and into the mixer, and then the mixer unloads into the surge hopper. So I can literally have 2 crews working simultaneously. 1 crew filling the mixer, 1 crew offloading and palletizing.
Wow.
And we can churn through mixes in no time flat. Our house and the new offices to go from here to the road
Right on.
in a few years. That's good, brother.
Well, we're all loaded up. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Great Basin Seed for the Great Green Pasture.
Great green pasture.
Now back to Idaho.